Coco Gauff states if she wants to play 5 sets at Grand Slams if given the chance now. Women could potentially play 5-set matches at the 2027 Australian Open following suggestions from its tournament director. Craig Tiley mooted the idea for the hardcourt Grand Slam in Melbourne, proposing that women could play best-of-5 set matches from the quarterfinals onwards. Currently, WTA players play best-of-3 set matches throughout the entirety of Grand Slams, while men play best-of-5. Tennis fans don't think women should play 5-set matches at the majors, with two-time Grand Slam champion Coco Gauff now sharing her take on the debate. Coco Gauff says women playing 3-set matches at Grand Slams feels right. Ahead of her first match at the Qatar Open, Gauff was asked if she would want to play best-of-5 set matches or if she prefers best-of-3. She replied, could I play best-of-5 sets? Probably, yes. Do I want to? It's a lot of playing. I don't know. I feel like, from a spectator's standpoint, it would be just too much for the men and women to play best-of-5. The matches are already going long. Imagine if the women were also doing best-of-5 sets. I guess my stance is whatever. I feel like if you're going to best-of-5, the whole tournament should be best-of-5. It shouldn't be we're going to start best-of-5 in the quarters. I think for me that feels, I don't want to say stupid, because that's a big word. But I feel like the rules of the tournament should be consistent throughout the whole tournament. I don't know. I like the way 2 out of 3 is. I think best-of-5 wouldn't be terrible, but I don't know. I feel indifferent towards the question, honestly. I like the way it is right now. 2 out of 3 feels right. I can be home at a good time. I feel like best-of-5 we're going to be out there until 5 a.m. like every day. Coco Gauff ready to put Qatar Open misery behind her. As ever, Gauff was mature and honest with her response to the question, which certainly isn't an easy thing to do. It's an intriguing debate that won't go away anytime soon, particularly given that there are still 3 Grand Slams remaining this season. For now, however, Gauff's sole focus is on the Qatar Open in Doha, where the world number 5 starts against Elisabetta Cocchiaretto. Sharing her hopes to improve upon her second-round exit last year, she said, I feel really happy to be back here. Obviously didn't do that great here last year, so I'm looking forward to having a better result. But, happy to be back. Gauff is also playing doubles at the WTA 1000 tournament, where she will link up with Canadian youngster Victoria Mboko. There have been several high-profile withdrawals from the first WTA 1000 event of the season, but the field remains strong. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka has withdrawn from Qatar, but Gauff, Amanda Anisimova, Iga Swiatek, and Australian Open champion Elena Rybakina are all involved. Gauff enters the event with a 7-2 win-loss record in 2026 so far, most recently losing in the Australian Open quarterfinals. 5 sets, 5 futures. Coco Gauff and the question of more. If tennis were only about rules, the question would be simple. 3 sets or 5. Tradition or equality. Endurance or efficiency. But tennis has never been only about rules. It is about belief, about how long a player is willing to stay inside the fire when the match refuses to end. So imagine Coco Gauff standing at that crossroads, not in a press room, not behind a microphone, but alone, somewhere between the locker room and the court, where the noise fades and the truth gets louder. If she were given the chance now, right now, to play 5 sets at Grand Slams, would she want it? The easy assumption is yes. She's young. She's strong. She's built for the long haul. But Coco Gauff has never been interested in easy assumptions. 5-set tennis is a different animal. It's not just about stamina. It's about identity. It asks a player who they are when plan A collapses, when the legs burn, when the crowd has watched you long enough to see your flaws as clearly as your brilliance. 3 sets test talent. 5 sets test belief. And belief is something Coco Gauff has been negotiating with the world since she was 15. She arrived early. Too early, some said. A teenager beating legends, smiling while doing it, carrying the weight of expectation with the lightness of someone who hadn't yet been told how heavy it was supposed to feel. The sport didn't just watch her grow, it projected onto her. Future champion, face of tennis, symbol, statement. 5-set matches would not just ask her to hit more forehands. They would ask her to live longer inside those projections. In 5-set tennis, momentum lies to you. A set lead means nothing. A comeback is always possible, for you or against you. The match keeps asking, how badly do you want to stay here? For Coco, that question has always been led. She doesn't just want to win. She wants to win right. She wants her game to mean something, her presence to carry responsibility without being swallowed by it. She is aware, keenly, that every step she takes is watched differently. 5 sets would magnify that awareness. Physically, she could do it. That's almost beside the point. Her movement, her defense, her speed, those qualities would thrive in extended battles. Over time, she could wear opponents down, turn retrieval into quiet intimidation. The longer the match, the more her athleticism could become a language of its own. But 5-set tennis is also brutally honest. There's nowhere to hide your patterns. Opponents adjust. Weaknesses get replayed. The serve that falters under pressure will falter again. The forehand that tightens on big points will be asked to hold up at 4-4 in a 5th set. Not once, but repeatedly. For a player still actively shaping her game, that's both terrifying and tempting. Because 5 sets would force growth. Immediately, publicly. Coco Gauff has spoken before, carefully, thoughtfully, about wanting fairness and opportunity. Not just tradition for tradition's sake. 5 sets would be an opportunity, yes, but also a challenge to redefine what women's tennis looks like at its most demanding. It would say, we trust you with time, with space, with endurance, with narrative. And Coco understands narrative better than most. She knows that 5 sets would change how wins are valued and how losses are judged. A tight 3-set defeat can feel like a coin flip. A 5-set loss lingers. It becomes a story. She had her chances. She ran out of gas. She couldn't close. That kind of scrutiny sharpens you, or cuts you. So if she were asked today, in this moment of her career, she might pause. Not because she doubts herself, but because she respects the question. Because 5-set tennis is not about proving you can survive longer than someone else. It's about choosing to be fully seen. And Coco Gauff has always known that being seen is both her gift and her burden. Still, there is something about her that leans toward yes. Yes to the extra set that lets her problem solve instead of rush. Yes to the time needed to turn defense into dominance. Yes to the idea that her voice, on court and off, doesn't need to fit inside a smaller frame. 5 sets would give her room to breathe, to adjust, to fail and recover within the same match. It would.